Hi, my name is Eldine. Welcome to the Sony booth at CES 2015, and we're in the digital imaging division. And what I'm going to show you over here is a really cool display that we have with some of our cameras. And as you can see, cameras are getting smaller, large sensor cameras with very large sensors, kind of like a DSLR, but mirrorless, which is really the future of camera technology. And these have actually surpassed what the traditional DSLR can do. And in particular over here is the focus system on these cameras. So this is the A5100. We have the A6000. We also have an A77 Mark II. And what they have is what we call a dual hybrid AF system, which means that it has contrast and phase detection on the sensor that covers about 90% of the sensor itself. What essentially that means is that these cameras can shoot up to 10 and 12 frames per second and focus very accurately and capture almost every single shot in perfect focus. And that really helps anybody who's out shooting. Let's say you have kids running around or you're shooting sports, you really don't get any missed shots. So look out for the new Alpha system cameras, A5100, the A6000, and a few others that I'm going to take you to show you in a few seconds. So here on the A5100 we have a touchscreen display that's articulating. You can flip it over so you can do selfies. It's obviously interchangeable lens camera. I can't take this one off right now because the alarm is going to go off. You've got a pop-up flash. Obviously it shoots full HD video as well, and this one will go up to 10 frames a second. So in very high resolution, very fast camera, super fast focusing. And then over here, we have a very similar camera. Now this is the A6000. The only difference with the A6000 is that it has a little extra on the top. 2 dials. It also has an OLED XGA viewfinder, a hot shoe, still has the pop-up flash, and then shooting in very high speed with these cameras. And that'll just carry on going really fast, shooting speed, very fast focusing. Also, the cameras have Wi-Fi and NFC, so you can sync these up with a smartphone, iOS or Android, so Apple or Android, and you can not only control the camera from your phone, but you can also transfer your images. So if you're out shooting and you don't have a Wi-Fi signal, you don't want to download your pictures, you can take much better photographs on a mirrorless camera than you can on pretty much any other camera. Transfer that to your phone and then upload those directly for instant sharing. Okay. So over here what we have is the A77 Mark II, traditional DSLR body style, 12 frames a second, 24 megapixels, ultra fast as well. So for those folks who like the traditional enthusiast type camera, very cool articulating LCD screen. Again, same XGA OLED viewfinder as you're going to get on the A6000. And obviously a little bit bigger body because it's a traditional DSLR. So again, we're at CES booth. My name is Eldine, and what we're going to show you over here is our new A7 Mark II. And what this is a phenomenal mirrorless camera. It's got a full frame 24 megapixel CMOS sensor. It has hybrid AF, so it's got contrast and phase detection on AF, which makes it extremely accurate, extremely fast to focus, really great resolution. But on the Mark II, what we've added is a 5-axis image stabilization on the sensor itself. So typical image stabilization either on a sensor would be an XY axis. Typical image stabilization on a lens would probably be pitch and yaw. This adds pitch, yaw, XY and roll stability, which makes this an incredibly stable camera for handheld shooting, probably up to about -4 stops at which you'd normally be able to shoot. So being able to take a very light, easy camera to use, get great image stabilization, even if you put on third-party lenses. Alright, so here at CES 2015 we're showing the A7s, and this is paired up to the new Adamus Shogun as showing our output for 4K recording. And what I have here on the A7s, this is a 12 megapixel mirrorless camera. I paired it up with the 28-135 Sony lens. It's a new lens of ours that we announced late last year. Also it has the XLR box adapter over here, the XLR1. So inside our standard ISO shoe we have 20 pins that allows you to get uncompressed linear PCM audio as well, and use a XLR box for balanced audio. So what you're seeing here is a very dark box. It's probably minus 4 EV, which is about a quarter candle inside that box. And we have two A7s ported in. And as you can see, the A7s can actually see what pretty much you can't see. You have through this hole and saying, can you see what's inside? There must be people that can see that inside the This A7s is so sensitive it can actually focus in basically a quarter of a camera. And I can bump this all the way up to 409,000 cores. So if you have a look at the focus, a pretty good signal that's coming out of the camera, even at 409,000 ISO, very keen. And this is I'm shooting at 160 per second with f1.8. So if I was shooting 30p video, for instance, I'd be able to essentially get this in low light situation. I think party take a photo of us, better see the noise
Nice one, looking for you.
Download the file.